My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is December 27, 2024. It is 1:23 a.m. It took me an hour and a half to put this list together. This I recorded in the morning. I need to edit that. I have this, the one that says 27. 13 tweets to share with you and another 13 tweets for PYTE. So let's get started. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Now we're waiting for New Year's. The time just flies. We didn't go anywhere because my youngest is sick and it seems like my oldest is catching it. I think I sort of have it, but my body's fighting it. So we didn't go anywhere. We didn't go visit anybody because whatever we have, we didn't want to spread it. That's all. So we stayed home. 4,463 subscribers. I think some of the numbers went down. Please check your subscription to see if you still subscribe. Estimate revenue $94.87. Analytics 1,164 views in the last 48 hours. So let's go. I think I have some tweets on X and on Blue Sky, or maybe it's my next video. Let's get started. Okay, so this is the first tweet. This I posted on my community board. Someone tagged me on it on Twitter. After using the taxpayers' money to nationally advertise Kate's PR stint dressed as a work event, her carol concert could only manage to place 42nd out of 100 TV programs. With the viewing figures of 2.44 million, almost 500,000 viewers less than 2023, which is 2.93 million, way before the precancerous cells eye score happened. It bombed so bad, no one has even been bothered to rate it. There's the laugh here. This is why royalist psycho fans make me laugh every time they also focus on Harry and Meghan. They don't care about their favorites. Their rage, hate, rated polo with on hours of its release, but not a single one can review Kate's PR stint dressed as carol service. So these are the numbers. Where was it again? Right here, 42nd. Wow. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, came 38. My goodness. All right, so there they are here. Let's see some of the comment. She is in her flap era. Oh, this one I responded. Two people like it so far, and I blocked it right after. There it is here. As I've said before, your obsession has now definitely crossed the line into stalking and madness. I mean, what normal person goes for as checking viewing figures? And I put here the same exact reason you hear commenting. Let me leave that alone. Let's go to the next one. And I have things about spare. Next tweet. He keeps tapping those charts and breaking records, yet the taxi British media would like to tell you otherwise. Huge congratulations once again, Prince Harry. Spare. Love it that Buckinghamshire is one of the countries. There's the laugh here. Buckinghamshire. What's a Buckinghamshire? Is it someplace in the UK? Oops. What is that? Oh, it is Buckinghamshire. Buckinghamshire is a ceremonial county. Is it small? Yeah. Buckinghamshire is a ceremonial county in southeast England and one of the home counties. Okay, so that's a place. Okay, I don't know. I never been to the UK. All right. County's most loan library books of 2024 reveal. And I think I respond to one of the comments here. Spare became the fastest selling non-fiction book of all time when it was published last year. Okay, of course, that's an ad. Yeah, because nobody wants to pay for it. Hey, it make the, what's that thing? Many of them bought it and then burn it. So what do you think those numbers mean? As a matter of fact, when they were burning it, and I was like, go buy some more and burn it. Let's see here. Okay, the library still has to buy the books. You damn right. Why your library buys books for your ignorant mind to read? There's that here. You really are embarrassing. Prince Harry Memoir Spare sold 1.43 million copies in just 24 hours in UK, US, and Canada, setting there's the thing here, Guinness World Record for the fastest selling non-fiction book of all time. Alright. It did also the most bought book worldwide. Why lie? That's an ad. Let me type something and then I'll share it with you. Let me pause. Alright, so this is my response here. You probably was one of those who were buying and burning the book. I was all for it when some of you were so proud showing your muscle power of burning Prince Harry book Spare. Oh, well, spare me. Wow. I just want Spare. Alright. Luckily I read it. Okay, I was all for it when some of you were so proud showing your muscle power of burning Prince Harry book Spare. What did some of you thought that mean? It meant Prince Harry was laughing to the bank and world record. Alright, oh, so now that I have the space, let me fix that. Alright, so I sort of fixed it and I reached my max. I cannot do anything. Alright, so I'm responding to this, yeah, because nobody wants to pay for it. Then there's my response. You probably was one of those who were buying and burning the book. I was all for it when some of you were so proud showing your muscle power of burning Prince Harry book Spare. What did some of you thought that mean? It meant Prince Harry was laughing to the bank and be Guinness World Record. Alright, so that's that. And then let's just black. Alright, so I spent too much time on it. Let's go to the next one. It may not seem that, oh my god, what did I do? I deleted something. See, okay, there it is. Okay, next tweet, and I think I'm making reference to that as well. Oh, there's another one that I respond to. That's from he didn't write the book. I try to imagine the world salad it would be if he had done so. Poor Harry, his jealousy was recognized by his own mother, also his lack of academic skills. And then she right here, this is where she get her sauce. It's a myth that Princes William and Harry were always close, a royal expert has claimed. Meanwhile, Harry says otherwise. According to Ingrid Seward, okay, there's me. That's one of the people that the YouTubers tricked into talking about the Oprah interview that didn't even air yet. Biographer Prince Harry, there's the thing here. Wanted his late mother, Princess Diana, to himself and only grew closer to his brother, 42, after her death. Meanwhile, Harry said he wasn't even close to him. Harry even explained when he went to school. I have the video where they were talking. Literally, Harry was talking to William in that video, saying that when they went to school, he thought that William would sort of protect him and something like that. But instead, William told him, you know, pretend that he doesn't even know him.
Probably one of my first table first, isn't it? Probably me turning up thinking I've got my older brother at the school, he'll be looking after me, when in fact he just ignored me. Probably one of my first table first, isn't it? Probably me turning up thinking I've got my older brother at the school, he'll be looking after me, when in fact he just ignored me.
Alright, so this woman doesn't know shit. According to Ingrid Seward, she spills shit out of her mouth. You know, things that never happen. Alright, so there's that here. It's a screenshot, but of the YouTubers who were asking them questions that they didn't even know. Okay, by promising that their fake production company wouldn't air the comment until after the interview. Two YouTubers tricked professional royal experts into sharing their opinion of the Meghan and Harry Oprah interview. There's a link here, but I only did the screenshot. That hadn't happened yet. Alright, so there she is here.
We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliams, royal commentator.
Ingrid Seward, I'm editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine.
You've not seen the interview yet, have you?
No.
No, great. I think we have a fair idea of where the interview's going, and we have a fair idea.
You do, definitely.
Okay, so let's leave that alone. Let's go to the next tweet. Where was I? Oh, I almost skipped one. Harry versus Murdoch. I think that's from Blue Sky. Yep. Okay, this one I posted on my community board. Murdoch versus Prince Harry. Quote, they're going to try to destroy him. It's been nearly 30 years since Rupert Murdoch's news group tabloid empire allegedly first hacked Prince Harry's voicemail messages, but rather than settle, like Hugh Grant and Sienna Miller, the Duke of Sussex is putting the Murdoch machine on trial. I spoke with a UK lawyer for a preview of the legal drama. Okay, whatever you think of him, Prince Harry seems determined to see this through and put on a show, even if inevitably he becomes a financial loser. Harry spoke about it. I think it was one of the ITV interview that he did, and he said it's like them if you do, them if you don't.
Look at what has happened in the last 4 years to me, my wife and my family, right? So that was a very hard decision for me to make, which is how bad is it going to get?
Some people would say that you know, you taking on these high profile battles, but that actually attracts more attention onto you.
There is more than enough attention on me and my wife anyway. They pushed me too far. It got to a point where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
And one of the things I remember him saying is that there's no other person better suited to have this go through like himself.
I don't think there's anybody else in the world that is better suited and placed to be able to see this through than myself. It's still dangerous.
Because of his position and power. Well, he doesn't have that much power, but because of his position. And that's my response here. I mean, we all know they were not going to go easy on him. I think Harry knows that too. I hope he exposes everything about them and others. They are destroying lives. It's like they, the media, are fighting the people worldwide. They hate the truth and they refuse to let people be. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Well, this was one on Blue Sky, but we're going back to Twitter. I was the only one who commented. Next one, let's pause. Okay, what is this about? 1 hour ago, I responded. Okay, 2024. Okay, a man just commented. Let's pause, otherwise I'm gonna get the flag on YouTube. A man just commented on my post to tell me to get a hobby, and I think I should. I may bestow a royalist, royal expert title on myself, start kissing Charles and Camilla, Kate and Slumlord Willie asses, beg TV shows for airtime, lie my ass off to make a living, and let my teeth rot. Alright, let's listen to this. These are the royal vatus keep on lying. Let's listen to this. And there's me responding. I said, go for it. If they can do it, anybody can too. Alright, so let's listen.
If you don't include the British royal family in it, because they've been playing polo for decades.
Agreed with you, Andrew. That's it. There is no mention whatsoever, and it's almost like Harry's just erased how he got into the game in this. So that's very interesting as well. He's focusing it solely on playing polo.
I mean, the thing is there for anybody to see. The thing was not about Harry or Meghan. It was about the people, the professionals who play the game, how much effort, energy they put into the game, and family dynamic and all of that. It was a small little portion. Which one did they come? Is it the fourth or the fifth one? They show small little portion when they were doing the Santa Bali polo match in Florida. A small little portion where Meghan was talking Spanish with one of the players and Harry was there too. That's it. This had nothing to do with Harry personally, because Harry is not a professional player. He doesn't play that as a... I mean, he played a sport, but he doesn't play it in the same way, I don't know, the professional do, where they will be playing when there's a match maybe every week or something like that. I don't know how the thing is done. And why will they mention the royal family when they literally told him not to associate with them when it comes to making money on their own? Oh my God, there's my son who's blowing his nose. Sorry if you hear this noise in the background.
Where he is now in the United States, and also when he plays for the charity. over in Africa. So it's across that, but it's like he's just eliminated that past history.
They're very
Well, they told him not to associate with them, so he literally following what they say. The agreement. All right, let's go to the next one.
Comments weren't without controversy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd say they're controversial, but they covered a lot in 25 minutes, that's for sure. Notably, the one thing he didn't mention was the royal family, which I thought was interesting. I mean, and I got the impression, I might be wrong, but I certainly got the impression the interviewer had been instructed not to ask about them either. Because as a journalist, that's the first thing, in a free interview, that's the first thing you would want to ask about.
Surely the New York Times wouldn't be dictated to about the terms of their interview.
I'm saying nothing.
But
It's one of those them if you do, them if you don't. If he did speak about them, the amount of noise that they will be making, it's good to just ignore them. They're doing very good ignoring them.
he covered everything from not wanting to come back to the UK. He said he was very happy bringing up his children in the US. Interestingly, he said he felt he could do things there with them that he couldn't do in the UK.
So this one is making reference to the Deal Book interview that Harry did in New York a couple of weeks ago.
I'd love to know what they were, because William and Catherine live really normal lives. They do the school run every day. They take their kids to theme parks, to country fairs, to play dates at other friends' house.
Maybe he was just thinking about surfing in the sunshine.
Well, yes, that's true. It's one thing you can't do a lot of here. He also said that he just wants to focus on being the best husband and father, into response to questions about, the speculation regarding their ongoing separate professional.
Well, when he was in the UK, he was telling you guys to live his private life alone so he could focus on his family life. But you won't let him. So he knows exactly what he's talking about.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing. But the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
People are not in his face all the time to see what he's doing in his home with his family and things like that. He warned you all about that. So as he said, he won't be able to do some of the things that he's doing right now in the US because you guys will not let him be. So he's telling the truth.
Lives, and whether that would ever spill out into their personal lives. A huge part of it was attacks on the media, particularly the British media, which is why I have to say I've never personally bought into this suggestion that he wants to return as a working royal, because I don't think he ever would, because he wouldn't want to have to deal with journalists like me again.
Exactly.
He can't hide his contempt for the British media. He accuses us of making up a lot.
Okay, so there you have it. That's exactly that. He's been telling you guys to live his private life alone, but you will not let him. But when it comes to the other brother, he get all the privacy that he needs. And you respect the other brother's privacy, but you will not, respect his. Alright, so.
Harry's done. Another high-profile person speaking publicly. Harry was speaking about his family's move to America, and it was an interview at the New York Times Deal Book Summit on Wednesday.
I very much enjoy living here and bringing my kids up here. It's a part of my life that I never thought I was going to live. And I feel as though it's the life that my mum wanted for me. And to be able to do the things that I am able to do with my kids that I undoubtedly wouldn't be able to do in the UK is huge. And that's a fantastic opportunity, and I'm hugely grateful for that.
And the articles that were written about that obviously take the headline, Harry says life in the US is what Diana would have wanted for him. Carrie, what do you think?
I think that how you feel about this is so much to do with your mindset towards Harry anyway. So my mindset towards Harry is that I think he's a guy that's suffered a massive trauma, who's trying to work out that trauma in his adult life, like we all are. I really hate the fact that it feels like often I don't know who the we is, but we're waiting and hoping for his failure. And that really disturbs me, just that attitude of, can't wait for this guy to fail. Like, why? Like, he's just a guy who's had his mother.
Because he accused the Queen of racism, that might be the reason.
Yeah, because...
Okay, I commented on this video before. Harry never accused the Queen of racism. He even said he will not talk about it.
Hold up.
There's
Stop
several
right now.
There's several conversations.
There's a conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
Potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
Ooh.
That conversation I'm never going to share. But at the time it was awkward. I was a bit shocked.
Can you tell us what the question was?
No, I'm not comfortable sharing that.
Okay.
Okay, and then off camera, I believe, was it on camera? I don't remember. That he says that it was not the Queen and it was not Prince Philip. So
Oprah says Prince Harry told her the unnamed royal who made the comments about skin colour is not the Queen or Prince Philip.
Take your wild guess, and this is why the other one went on national television to claim it was Kate and the King.
I will never believe it, but now we can start the process of finding out if they ever got uttered, what the context was, and whether there was any racial intent at all. Like I say, I don't believe there was. The royals who are named in this book are King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales.
Because maybe he suffered racism.
He suffered racism. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think it's necessarily because we want him to fail. I think we just want him because I think most people can see that he's a troubled man. You know, he's a troubled man.
People have said my wife saved me.
Yeah.
You know, I was stuck in this world.
Yeah.
And she was from a different world and helped sort of draw me out of that. But none of the elements of my life now would have been possible without me seeing it for myself.
Yeah.
As we know, it's one of the, you know, it's hard to change. It's almost impossible to change other people.
Yeah.
You've got to start with changing yourself
Exactly.
and allow that growth to happen. But yes, my partner is an exceptional human being, and I'm eternally grateful for the wisdom and the space that she's been able to give to me.
Well, there's an incident in the book where you kind of lose it. I think you lose your temper, and she says to you, "You can't do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
I will not have children with a person who does that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to figure out what's going on inside yourself." And my wife, bless her soul, has always challenged me to, she wouldn't put up with anything less than my true self.
Mm-hmm.
And what a gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so relationships, but not just with spouses, but also with people who see you and accept you, such an important part of healing, I think.
And I needed that.
Yeah.
I really needed that. I needed that pushback. I needed that moment of, again, scared of losing her. And it was a real moment because of the question that she asked.
Yeah.
She said, is it because that was how you were brought up? Or that you've experienced or seen or heard, you know, other people within your life speak to women like that? And it was like a light bulb moment. It was like, wow.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. Not an excuse.
No.
Just
an
understanding of how these things manifest themselves and how we are so much a product of our own upbringing.
I think most people can see that he's a troubled he's a troubled man.
To me, when I was younger, he used to say to both William and I, well, it was like that for me, so it's going to be like that for you. That doesn't make sense.
I think most people can see that he's a troubled he's a troubled man.
Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer. In fact, quite the opposite. If you suffered, do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
I think most people can see that he's a troubled he's a troubled man.
We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle?
I think most people can see that he's a troubled he's a troubled man.
Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you that you don't pass on?
He's a troubled man, and he's had issues with his family. They've obviously had blazing rows because they've got staff that do all their sort of biddings and all the rest of it, and profile and whatever the fallout with his brother or his dad, whatever. It's a family feud.
And then you guys all intervene in it. You refuse to let them solve the things privately, and the other brother don't keep things among the family. And then this guy is saying he's a trouble man. This is Harry knows his situation. Okay, he went and got help, and then he's moving forward, and he ignore you guys, but you continue, talking about him. How is this a trouble man? He really, literally avoiding you guys. Maybe some of these people needs to get some help.
And it's not about, I think, it's about wanting him probably to come back to the UK. And if he did say, you know what, I need to come home,
Okay, the brother kicked him out. This is what all the one of many debacle that he faced in the UK, going to court, have the judge review the process that his brother kicked him out. Okay, so coming back from what? The judge agreed with the institution. You guys were so happy then he left. You calling him a traitor, so leave him alone.
The whole country would say, come on, you've been a bit of a silly boy. You've said a few things that's upset a few people. You've written a whole book about your family that you weren't particularly...
The book... Oh, what happened to the other one? The book was about himself, okay? Explaining his experience. All right, so this is the other one. 16 seconds.
As you keep the job. In other words, you grovel to Meghan Markle, who, unbeknown to me, had written a personal letter to the chief executive of the company, who was a woman, and had said to her, I write to you as a woman and as a mother. You have to fire him. And I wasn't told.
Okay. I think this is a lie. I don't think Meghan will write to a business to tell the business to fire an employee. Okay? I spoke about many of these videos already. Okay? These well-packed dogs, LOL, seriously. When was the last time Workshire Willie was invited to play polo anywhere? He can even walk across a log that is 6 inches off the ground solo. Welcome, warrior expert with 30 times 3. They constantly bully and harass Meghan Markle, and why does anyone think this is okay? Morgan should have been fired for his comments. Alright, let's go to the next one. He walked off the stage. Meghan didn't do anything to him. Next tweet. Alright, let's pause. This one is a 20-second one.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.